G'day, mate. Welcome to Factorio Bite of Hell with me, JD. So, this is a recap episode. These happen once a week. They happen on the weekends. Gives you enough time to go watch the Friday Facts video as well. But it's a recap episode, so I'm going to try and cover like what's happened last week and what's happened prior to that. So, this is the Bite of Hell scenario game I set myself up with. It's basically a Deathworld, which they've then cranked up to about a power of 11. Consequently, things are not easy. Things have never been easy in this map, and this week was sort of like many others. Bad things happen. So, this is the base. The base is running on, well, honestly, it's running on biter corpses, but we'll get back to that in a second. So we've got like a fairly stock standard sort of starter smelting. We've got science, we've got labs, we've got green circuits, which are pitifully slow. We've got a make almost everything workshop here. As you can see, we've got this very important oil line running around the base. This was to feed all our flamethrower turrets, because there were a number of flamethrower turrets all around the base. But, you know, we've expanded past that since. We've got all our sciences tucked together here in the neatest spaghetti I have ever seen. Yeah, we've basically been cramming things one on top of one another. On top of all that, we have oil shoved over here. We've got our first expansion out to get more iron ore, which we actually brought all the way down to this corner to run steel. And a lot of that's actually supplementing our starter iron now, which is still pitifully crap, to be honest, and the only reason most of it is here is because we're feeding a full belt in, which these guys are just topping up, and then yeah. So this iron, we're not really going through this terribly fast. This stone we're going through awfully quickly, because this is running stone for brick, for walls, for military science. It's also being dragged right the way across the map to run purple science and the brick creation over here. Let's just get rid of that belt whilst I see it. So it's running this as well. On top of that, we had our second expansion. Our second expansion, we went north. We just captured all this area. We didn't do anything with it. We went up here to get coal, not really, but mainly stone. Stone to actually run purple science, because I was really worried that when my stone pile got down to like 400k, 500,000, I was going to run out of stone. Which then led to me realizing that our original copper patch was looking very, very tiny and was really struggling to run 3 smelters, which meant we went out and grabbed this whole bottom corner of the map. Yeah, we expanded right the way out here to grab this copper patch. Also grabbed a bonus iron patch, never hurts. And we're basically turning all that into green circuits and red circuits. A lot of red circuits, which are being held up by plastic currently, it seems. So I need to go look at plastic in the next episode. They're running beautifully. They're supplementing the base. Basically, red circuits are coming in here, and it meant the red circuit build we had in the base that never seemed to run, because this was their green circuit supply, got fully removed and replaced with an external one. And the excess green circuits I've got coming in here are actually coming and being spaghettied into the base as well, and are supplementing the green circuits from the base. Yeah, green circuits from the base suck, but, you know, they're being supplemented. So with that and that done, that's pretty much the base as it stands. The biggest extra item, I guess you could call it, is this whole north wing. This whole north wing is basically biter corpse processing. So this is a death world that I've actually cranked up to about a difficulty 11 or probably 12 at this point. It's got more and more intense, it seems, as the series has gone along. In fact, I haven't been attacked for like 5 minutes, which sort of worries me. So we've got some custom biters running around the map. In fact, we've just gone up to the next level. So we now have tier 5 biters, which I am yet to see, but I can imagine they're not going to be terribly nice. Where's that attack? Down there. Okay, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That sort of counts. So we have nasty biters. We've got the latest tier 5, which are bigger than behemoths. That's all I can tell you. On top of that, we have burrowing worms. So if you've ever watched the Dune, or read the Dune book, or watched the TV series, or played those early games like Dune 2000, and I cannot remember the other ones, we have worms that burrow into the base. A lot of them are thankfully now being caught outside the base. I'm not sure why. But they're now getting... Oh, I got a research finally that might have finally done it. Because we've got a rocket silo up and running this week. I finally managed to get space science, which led to 2 bits of tech. worm attack, or orbital seismic scanners, which now detects worms when they're moving underground. So maybe that's forcing them to pop their heads up where the artillery can see them. And on top of that, I have a seismic blast tower, which I could make if I had uranium, which we didn't have and still don't really have. But this is meant to destroy them whilst they're still underground before they burrow into the surface, because they keep popping up in my walls, and I don't think I have any gaps currently because I've just gone through and done a repair. Nope. Just the one I just took care of. Yeah, just the one I just took care of. So, yeah, they keep popping up in my walls and blowing up my walls. It's also one of the reasons we have concrete all around the outside of the base, because it slows them down. That's really all we've got at the moment, just something to slow them down. We don't really have any way to deal with them, and haven't had a way to deal with them for quite some time. On top of that, this, up until now, has been running with a mod Nightfall, which basically stops biters attacking during daytime. The end of this week, after launching the rocket silo, I actually removed that mod and basically made the biters harder and harder and harder. And as you can see, I have rows of gun turrets fed with rows of flamers with lasers in the background that seem to be lazy and not doing anything, probably because they're outside range. No, they're inside range. Okay, so lasers can do something. It's just everything seems to be dead by the time it gets to the wall. Yeah. We're doing our best to kill everything before it breaks its way through the wall, but the biters are doing their absolute best, as you can see by the lines and lines of carcasses along the wall, how they're doing their absolute best to break in. You know, no, none of the lasers are activating yet. Maybe we'll need them for the Category 5 biters, which will show up shortly. We only have them spawning at a 0.85% rate currently, so that's something. But yeah, we also have some special biters. We have the red ones. The red ones are actually immune to fire. Awesome. The white ones are actually immune to lasers. Awesome. This is why we have a triple defense here with both gun turrets. These are actually minigun turrets, so they are less accurate with a higher rate of fire, along with lasers, along with flamethrowers. And this has been been our main line of defense for quite some time. Nope. They just managed to damage the walls. Yeah. Oh, look, here's another attack. And this is constant. This is, well, default Factorio settings means your binary attack groups stop at about 200. Mine are actually up to 300, so I have 50% larger groups. On top of that, normally you only have 20 possible attack waves at once. I've again doubled that up to 40. So we have lots and lots of biters coming in non-stop. We have more than enough standing around doing absolutely nothing because the pollution is horrendous. Horrendous, I believe is the correct term. On top of that, we also have, I've also manipulated the spawners. Can I see a spawner without it dying? Nope. If I see a spawner inside range, it gets blown up. Oh, well, there we go. Really quickly, on the right-hand side, you can see, like, Category 5 spitter consumes 100 pollution. If I come up here and I hover over this, it says consumes 400 pollution. I've actually, in a Deathworld, normally this would say 400, which is what it is at vanilla. In a Deathworld, normally it'd be 200. I've set mine to 100, so we get lots of biters very, very regularly. In fact, the walls are being hammered pretty much, as you can see, non-stop. So, with each biter that dies, it drops a certain amount of goop on the ground. If you remember back to Factorio version 14, where you had to pick up biter goop off the ground after killing them to make the purple science packs, being the 4th science pack, and the last science pack. Yeah, I've sort of gone back to that sort of theory, scenario, idea, concept. And in here where we're doing all of our biter corpse processing. So I'm splitting off all the different types of biter remnants that there can be and running it through this sorting system and then processing the different type of biters that there are. So from small to medium, no, small to medium, yep, to big to behemoth, all get processed. We rip out their brains, which we shove in boxes because we actually don't have much of a use for their brains currently. We rip out their bones, we rip out and we carve the meat off their carcasses, which we are creating enriched bones, which doesn't matter what we're doing with them. Basically, we're turning them into charcoal and shoving them. That's a lot of charcoal that needs to get out of that machine. You know what? We should really make you go a little bit faster. Yeah, we're checking that charcoal. Well, we're taking the enriched bones. We're taking the charcoal. Charcoal's great because charcoal you can burn. So we are burning that everywhere, including to make bite of steaks. It turns out if you take some bite of meat and you put it on the stove or over the grill for a little while, you know, with a bite of steak, which is great because they heal you. They actually do minus 30 damage. But yeah, we're burning up a whole lot of biter bits and basically using it to, 1, power the base, 2, run our smelters. All these guys are running on charcoal slowly. I've just spent the last couple of episodes basically putting in a dedicated priority charcoal line all the way through the map to prioritize burning charcoal over everything else. And on top of that, they also drop biter corpses. These ones, these big fat corpses that sit on a belt, and they're also burnable. Turns out we're taking them down here, and some of them we're actually siphoning off to turn into coal. Lots and lots and lots of coal by taking a big monster body and run it through a smelter with a little bit of fuel, and we spit out a whole bunch of coal, which, yeah, as I said, we can just use to, you know, burn, turn the grenades, burn. We're basically running most of the base on biter corpses. In fact, over here is our alien ore, which is, again, another type of thingamajiggy bob that drops from alien corpses, and we're turning that into stone. If I can walk sideways, more stone, a tiny bit of iron to then turn into concrete, which I have already filled up 3 boxes worth. So hang on really quickly. I just need to pave the world, because this slows down the worms that have been burrowing into my base forever and are really getting to me. So I've decided very, very long ago, I'm just going to pave everything. I really don't mind. It's only going to make the pollution worse, which, again, I really don't mind because it can't get much worse. I hope. We're just going to... do I want to keep Santa's symbol? Yeah, we had Santa visit this week as well. The bastard first hit me with his reindeer and killed me. Then dropped me off a nuke and a rocket launch, 10 nukes and a rocket launcher. I managed to launch 4 before I accidentally shot myself in the foot with the 5th. And had to respawn. Yeah, it was an interesting week. Where are we? Concrete. This is sort of less important now because this is all well and truly behind front lines. This is the front line build now. We'll just extend that out. And extend that out. And at the same time, the walls are definitely not thick enough. Yeah, all these materials actually come from biters. So, you know, thicker walls, more concrete, all that sort of stuff comes from biter corpses. So I go a little bit crazy with it. And as long as I keep killing biters, which is sort of pretty much guaranteed at this point, it's not really an issue. I have no idea. Oh no, you guys can still reach in front of that wall. Okay. We'll just, like, build that up real quick. Poor robots. I'd almost feel sorry for them, but I don't. Okay, that wall, and I'll do the rest off camera. Oh, there was a fireworks show going on. No, it's over. They're all dead. So yeah, as I said, we're converting all of the the alien ore into basically brick and converting it into concrete to convert it into walls. I have exactly 0 construction robots for free, so I've pasted down the right amount. On top of that, we're taking the alien ore 3, the most rich, the most potent alien ore. And I'm actually turning that to uranium because up until this week when we stepped out on this corner and captured this little pool of uranium, I didn't have any. So we've now, for I don't know how many, well, let's look at one of these guys. You first. So you have processed 1,700 alien ore. And it's 1 alien ore 3 gives me 1 uranium. So you've processed a significant amount of uranium already to run into centrifuges, which I have filled with prod mods because, you know, uranium's a little bit hard to get your hands on to start with, and has been running for so long. We have actually filled 1 3/4 steel boxes and have finally got our 44 that we need for a Coverx process. So that's pretty much where we stand. That, and I have just realized in between ending the last episode and starting this episode, well, this recap episode, with the amount of alien ore I have up here, and I actually followed this belt all the way around, and I can see it's moving. It is definitely moving. Really, really, really slowly. I think I saw it move. Yeah. Yeah. So this is, it's moving, but it means we're not actually processing alien gibbets fast enough. So, in the next episode, we're actually going to start playing with the Factorio Extended, which has been installed right from square one. I haven't actually played with it at all up until now. Well, I haven't played with it at all. We have already several chests of titanium ore, which we can use to make all sorts of fun stuff. Where is Factorio Extended? Like bigger and better robots, faster robots, faster trains, because faster trains never killed anybody. Bigger and better walls, shattering bullet magazines, scattering shotgun shells, gun turrets, all sorts of fun things. So that's where this series is going to go forth from now. We're going to start playing with bigger and better things along with faster and faster belts. It's actually on the list of things to be researched is green belt, which will move 60 items per second, and then purple belt, which will move 75 items per second. So hopefully with purple belt running around the map, we can actually process the biter corpses fast enough because, yeah, our boxes and boxes of biter corpses are, well, that's actually going up. Yeah, they're going up because we can kill the biters fast enough. We just can't process their corpses fast enough, which is actually why there's a giant buffer down here of biter corpses. We're gonna have to look at some options for the next couple of episodes. Anyway, that's it for this recap episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next couple of weeks are definitely gonna be interesting. And it's robots dying. It's lots and lots of robots dying on the outside of the walls. It's fine. We'll just make new ones from alien corpses. Yeah. New ones from our fallen friends, our fallen neighbors, let's be honest, the biters deserve that. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. See you guys in tomorrow's episode. Alright, bye.